Good morning, everyone. My name is Penda Conte. I am the PRO of the Hagie Gai Drammeh Foundation. I welcome you all here today. We have here important guests saying good morning once again. I am here to give a little brief thanksgiving to Mr. Chris and the family. Yuri, you have Dee and Dimitri for their help for the foundation, because they have been there for us for so many occasions, different occasions, and they have been busy working day and night to see that these materials reach the Gambia in safe hands. We have here also the founder of the foundation, Mr. Hagie Gai Drammeh, and the Assistant Secretary Aminata Yajo, and the Secretary himself is also present here. We have different people from different hospitals, and we welcome you all once again. I would like to call on the Assistant Secretary Aminata Yajo to give a brief history about the foundation.
Greetings, everyone. First off, I'd like to say thank you all for coming. To our guests, the media houses, and our donors, you're all welcome. My name is Aminata Alice Yajo, the Assistant Secretary of the Hagie Gai Drammeh Foundation. Here with me are my colleagues and executives of the foundation, as well as Mr. Hagie Gai Drammeh himself. The Hagie Gai Drammeh Foundation for the Persons with Disability is willing and ready to contribute to improve the living conditions of its people, as well as promote the accessibility to the many things they need and deserve. The foundation has been in existence since in the early parts of 2015, and have provided scholarships for overseas studies and rendered assistance to the communities in the rural parts of the country, as well as gifted various items that are beneficial to the persons with disability. Protecting them against violation, stigma, and discrimination is another form of support and help. The foundation's top priority is to make sure the needs of the persons with disability are met and delivered. And the foundation's main concern is to advocate and give them equal rights and opportunities. We are family. The persons with disability should and have to be given opportunities to increase their chances in education, social activities, politics, and should be heard by the government, NGOs, and within their families. These materials given to us will be put into good use. And this time around, not only in the KMC, but other parts of the country, such as the provincial areas, will benefit as well. Thank you so much to our donors, the Gambian Canadian Youth Development Association, who are our partners. We want to thank them, Chris and his dear wife and 2 sons. On behalf of the foundation, we appreciate all your efforts and contribution to help improve the lives of PWDs and many others in the Gambia. With that being said, I'd like to give the floor now to the founder himself, Mr. Hagie Gai Drammeh. Thank you.
A very good morning to you all. First, let me begin by thanking Allah for making this a possibility for us to be here today. And I also want to thank my parents and my family for supporting me to reach this far. I may not do justice without recognizing the effort of these great people that work behind the scene for the Hagie Gai Drammeh Foundation to be here today. That is my executive members. They are all with me here, the lieutenants. You heard about Hagie, but they are the people who are working behind the scene to make sure this thing is successful. And I must sincerely thank them for being with the people with challenges. So thank you so very much, the comrade, our volunteers. We have volunteers here, and we also have sister organizations who are charitable organizations that looks at the life of people with challenges. Today is a very historic event, and it's not the first time we've been there. What makes today historic is because of the gesture that is going out today has never come before. We usually gather here to share items from one container, but I'm glad this time we are talking about 2 containers, 40-feet containers materials. These are not the only materials that are donated by the Gambian Canadian Youth Development Association, who we must recognize and also a beautiful family who are not Gambians, but they have Gambians in heart. Chris is a Canadian citizen with the wife, Dee, and there are two sons, Yuri and Dimitri. These guys will go around Canada to look for materials, wheelchairs, hospital beds, and many, many, many other things. Now we have seen school materials coming, clothes for orphanage schools, for underprivileged kids, and we have gone far this time to the length and breadth of this country. Yesterday there was a presentation at the Ndofan in the Lower Nyomi, where we visited an Islamic school, Quranic school, and we donated clothes and other materials to the underprivileged kids. This could not be a possibility if we don't have these great partners. The Gambian Canadian Youth Development Association, our brothers and sisters, and I have to make mention of this guy who will ship this material for us for free. Mr. Lamin Conte is the PRO of the Canadian Gambian Youth Development Association. And Chris and the family will look for these materials and do that for them. And also, I must, mention the presence of our senior citizen. Dr. Abubakar Jain is not just a name in this country, it's a household name. And we are proud as people with determination, people who are challenged to have such an important person in this country for us. Dr. Jain, if you don't know him, is the deputy head at the RVTH and the Demban Hospital. So if he is part of us today, that tells us we are in the right direction. So Mr. Jain, thank you so very much. It's always a pleasure to be here. I know he knows that this is not the first time the Hagie Gai Drammeh Foundation reaching the RVTH and Demban. Despite his busy schedule, Dr. Jain is busy. Anyone who knows him, you go to Demban, everybody want to see him. You go to RVTH, everybody want to see him. But he promised to be here today to collect these little materials that we have for the RVTH and to receive on behalf of the RVTH. So we appreciate that a lot, and we think this will go a long way. So days like this, we have to take the opportunity to also talk to our brothers and sisters, particularly those who are able. We are just leveling the field for you. We do not pray to God that you become disabled one day. But we are in a situation that when people join us unwillingly, unexpectedly. Today we have diseases that you can be disabled just at the blink of an eye. So what about if you are not catering for those who are there? Who's going to cater for you? So we have to understand that I know my status. I understand this is how I look like. And this is me. But who is going to join me tomorrow? Is he ready to face that? So that is why this foundation is here. And we are young, we are new, but we can thank God today we have reached many places in this country. And we have saved lives. We are glad to say that. We now going into sponsoring kids with disability. Even though we don't have the little we have, we are trying to share that with people who are challenged and they want to go to school. So that is the objective. And we want to make sure that every person with disability in this country will have something that you can present or that you can show to the Gambian, which will be a way of modeling to somebody on a wheelchair or with a crutches. So these are materials today that we are sharing. We have sanitizers that could be used as surgical wards, and we have these wipers for newborn babies. We have electric beds for hospitals. We have, this time we don't have many mattresses like we used to do before, but we promise by the next time we come here again, there'll be many mattresses that will go to hospital. And this time we are going far up to the Diabugu village, the Diabugu Batapa in the URR, whose will, maternal ward will receive some sanitizers and these baby wipers and electric bed with a mattress. And we also have clothes, like I said earlier on, we have school materials, and we will go to our nursery school where we will give school materials and learning materials to schools. So without much ado, I think I'm elated, and I have to thank all those who came here. We have people from the Serekunda General Hospital. We have the Drammeh Foundation, a senior member of their administration is here. In fact, he was one of the first to arrive here. And of course, my colleagues in the media. Thank you so very much. This will give us hope. If we stand in front of us and show what we do, we will equally see ourselves as a good and important citizens of this country. Without you, that poor child or that physically challenged child will not have that confidence to come out and showcase anything that he or she can do. But if they can see themselves in a national TV and a private TV, I am pretty sure they'll have the courage to come and venture into something. just like what Hagie Drammeh and others are doing. We are not here to show people that this is what we do or to show up, but we want to be that sample. We want to be that model, even though we are young. Others can see if Hagie can go and stand in front of the cameras and talk like this, why can't I do the same thing? It's just unfortunate. Most of us are not educated because our parents believe they are exposing us when they take us to school. So anyone who knows a child with a disability at home, please let us try to convince their parents to take them to school. Keeping them home will not help them. Nobody will want to see your child begging on the streets. Nobody wants to see your child, sitting somewhere and looking at people who are privileged. Of course they can do. And I believe we can do better and we can do more than what the able folks can do. Give us the chance and you will not regret. So thank you so very much once again. I am proud to sit here today, to talk to this, gathering, and also to the Gambia in particular. We have wheelchairs that we are going to donate. We have the names here. After the presentation, we'll give it to them. And we have to make it clear that it is for free. We have never sold a stick to anybody in this country. And we are appealing. Anyone that see our wheelchairs being sold to anyone, please report that matters as soon as you can. Because we have evidence and we also have, people who receive wheelchair on the behalf of others and end up selling them to people who challenge it. And I think that is the far that a human being can go in terms of uplifting the life of a person with challenge. So I believe with you and others behind here, this will be a thing of the past. We cannot go without, giving the mic to our senior citizen, our senior colleague, to also give a remark to people who are here and about the foundation. Once again, Dr. Jan, we are here because of this great family, Chris and the family, and the Gambian brothers and sisters in Canada. And we have been doing this for quite a long now. Without them, there will be no Hagie Gai Drammeh Foundation for the physically challenged. So can you please give us, remarks for them?
Thank you very much. Good morning to all of you, our brothers and sisters, the media, and those that truly care about people with disability. I want to thank you all for making time to be here. It's always my pleasure to be here, not only because I hold a position in the hospital, but because I belong to this set of people that will be able to make life different for others. Not only people with disability, but I have the love to help and see to relieve people from whatever difficulties they find themselves in. My media partners or colleagues have always been with me in most of my critical moments of life, and I have been working as a physician and also as an administrator together in the hospital. But being here is here in so many capacity. I sit in here as a model of hope for a lot of youngsters. I sit in here as an inspirational person for a lot of people who probably will not have, will think differently of themselves. But by seeing me able to achieve what I've achieved in life, they could probably see a difference in themselves and know that they can do it differently. I'm born and bred in this country, in a very rural part of this country. I come from Brikama. Not the current Brikama. When I was in Brikama, it was a small village. I mean, when I was much younger, and I went to school there. I finished high school in Janjambure. I've never been to Banjul to go to school. So just to make you understand that I studied here. I did my medical school here. So the only ever time I stepped foot out of this country to study was when I was doing my postgraduate, which wasn't available in the country. So I'm a model to everybody, because if I went to school here, I went to a village school, I went to a divisional high school, I went to university in Gambia, I went to do my postgraduate outside, I'm here. And at least I don't need to tell you that I have become one of the very doctors that probably you can be able to measure yourself to. So there's no way or no reason why anybody should limit yourself to what you can do. You have a huge opportunity for everybody. The country has it. You know, when I went to study in Ghana, they were telling me, so how come you able to study medicine in Gambia? What facility do they have in Gambia that you could do medicine? Because in Ghana here, maybe when you want to do medicine here, we'll tell you, okay, our lab is not ready for you. We don't have this equipment. We don't have that. And this university is more than 50 years old. The university is less than 6 years or 10 years old. And they were able to accommodate you to finish. So meaning there's a lot in this country that we can learn from. There's a lot we can achieve in our country. So because one thing we do is to help each other. And this is one of those ventures. Seeing these wheelchairs gives me a lot of mixed feelings. When I was much younger, I used to be in Brikama. I used to get my wheelchair fixed in Bansang. So early hours of the morning, when I get a punch of my tires, I will wake up in the morning before going to school. I will enter the bus. There used to be a bus that used to spend the night in Brikama. And I will commute with the bus, go to Bansang, fix the wheelchair. In fact, I used to have Siboy used to be in Bansang at the time. He used to be the one who used to be helping us fix the wheelchairs. Then I'll pass to Bansang Hospital. I'll be there till around midday, 1 o'clock. Then I take another bus and come back. So mean that day I will not go to school. So if the wheelchair is majorly damaged, then you have to come all the way to Banjul to fix it. So seeing that they're carrying these wheelchairs to people in the provinces, it just gives me the feeling that there are a lot of people there who need this. In fact, they need it so badly that some of them probably are missing classes because of this. Some of them are missing their livelihood because of this. So this is a very important venture. And I will thank all of you, everybody who's made effort to make this happen, our Canadian family that have been helping. I say you should continue this. This is a very noble venture. The people who are benefiting from this can't say it, but for us who feel it before, we'll know how it feels. For the Gambia Canadian Foundation, Youth Foundation that is helping in facilitating this, I'll say thank you to all of you. You are very benevolent sons of this country. What you're doing is one important step that you're doing to help change life of people that probably wouldn't have this in a better way than what they're having today. I want to take the opportunity to thank the foundation, Hagie and the team. They have been under the sun all the time to make this reality for a lot of people. We look forward to doing this for many more people, youths, in fact, their parents. Sometimes I wonder how my parents were looking after me all these years that I was there, how much that thing cost, how much effort, the sacrifice they must have done. I wish we have the financial support to be able to support parents that look after children with disability, because it's a huge toll on them. They take a lot of their life. It's just the love for a child that will make somebody to go through those sacrifices. Carry them to everywhere they will need to go, do everything for them that they need to do. All the daily activities of living. That's a huge task. So I want to thank them all. I want to thank you all. For the media, please, we're very grateful. We've seen all the time they call you, you respond to this. Thank you very much. I want to take the opportunity to thank you also on behalf of the hospital for your sacrifice to the hospital to donate them last. We gave us a lot of mattresses, wheelchairs that are very much in need in the hospital. And today too, there are so much of that. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Doctor. Thank you so much. This means a lot for the foundation, I believe. But we also have a head from the Bundu Maternal Hospital, which is locally known as Drammeh Foundation. Mr. You're here as also for the hospital, and you will be receiving sanitizers for the medical ward, the maternal ward. Can you, say a few words?
Yes, we say Assalamu alaikum to everyone who is present here. We saying good morning to Dr. Jan. I'm emotionally touched by his speech because he mentioned his village. I'm also from that end. I know Brikamaba. I'm also from the same area with him. And he also mentioned his high school career. I know in those days how it was challenging in those areas because I also did my high school in that area. Definitely I'm emotionally touched, but I think these people sitting here, They are very important people who are very important in our societies. And I think if the society of Hagie Gai Drammeh has gone to this far, I think every one of us has a role to play. We have a role to play, and as he mentioned, we know our status today, but nobody knows your status even before evening. We have seen cases in hospitals. We work in hospital for a long time, and we have seen what happened there. You see somebody who leave his family today saying he's going to travel to Brikama. Before reaching, he involved in an accident and he become disabled. He mentioned that, and we need not to forget that. On behalf of the Bundung Maternal and Child Health Hospital, whom I represented today to receive this donation, we are saying a very big thank you to this organization, to this foundation. Don't see what you are doing as small things. You see, good things comes in piecemeals, and Rome was not built in a day. What you are doing is changing the lives of many people. As they mentioned, now going as far as URR, the life you are changing there, you don't know who that person will be tomorrow. And definitely, I am emotionally touched, and I think all of us have a role to play. We have to support this foundation, at least to do, in fact, what they are not expecting at this right juncture. All of us has the right to play, and for the media present here, I'm also saying a very big thank you. Those who work in hospitals know what is happening in this country. Yes, and Dr. Jain, also a senior medical personnel in that hospital, and the tertiary hospital, for that matter, in this country. We know what is happening there. We are saying a very big thank you to you for this donation. We definitely appreciate the donation, and it is going to be put into good use. We say a very big thank you, and wish the foundation a progress so that you will be even building schools and hospitals for the Gambian population. Thank you very much.
Well, before we wrap up, I would like to send a message to the people out there who doesn't have the opportunity to be a part of this donation. Hagie Gai Drammeh is a man. He has a heart for the disabled. Do not fear to face him. Tell him your problems. He will be there for you. Many people has faced him. He has been there for them since day one till date. He will give you all that you need. One thing about him, if he cannot do anything for you, he will tell you plain that I cannot do this, but he will look for solutions to see that he will be there for you, whether openly or indoors. Please come forward, express yourself. Do not be indoors because of your condition. Nobody knows what happens in the future. Please come forward and and show yourself to Hagie Gai Drammeh. He will surely help you. Do not be ashamed of yourself. The condition you are in today was never your creation. And nobody knows how you end in the future. Some people are walking fine today. They might go out there, something happened to them, and they'll end up in a wheelchair or death. You can never know. So please come out, show yourselves, come forward, ask for help, seek for solutions. Hagie Drammeh will be there for you.
I'm just saying thank you for the family that support this wonderful gestures that we receive for our brother here, Fana Jada. I'm saying thank you for Chris, Dee, Yuri, and Dimitri, and also for Gambia Canadian Youth Development Association. This is a big gesture that I can say that we receive for our brother, which we find very, very difficult to get. It has been a challenge that we always face a lot of difficulty to get this wheelchair for our brother. So today we here by receiving this wheelchair for our brother. We hoping even when reaching home to our family also will be very, very glad to see it. We thank you. We thank the association and we thank the family too for doing this for us.
Thank you to the donors like Chris, Dee, Yuri, and Dimitri, their son, for this noble gesture. I am Mr. Sar, the hospital administrator, Bundung Maternal and Child Hospital. And definitely this donation is going to be very helpful in our healthcare service delivery. Because what we've got is we are a hospital that is purely maternal. And these babies first come to our hands, and we are the one who cares for them. And we are saying very big thank you to Hagie Gai Drammeh Foundation and all those who supported him, especially the Canadian families. We are taking them as our family now. Yes, because they have been doing a lot for the Gambians and touching the lives of everybody in this country. We say very big thank you.
This is something that is very, very important for the people that we call the disabled. Because, I mean, no one wants to be disabled and someone can be disabled at any moment. So if God have brought something like this, we will definitely say bravo and bravo, bravo. Thank to God, thank to the Lord. May the Lord be our servant as always. Thank you very much.
We are very grateful to them, and we are telling them that whatever they send to the Hagie Drammeh Foundation, it has been handed over to the person who is going to utilize it. So we thank them and the Gambian Canadian Youth Development Association. We are indeed very grateful. May God the Almighty reward them.
First and foremost, to thank Hagie Foundation that invite me to be part of this presentation. Also thank Chris and family. So we are very grateful to receive these materials, especially in my school. It will help the kids to make the best use of them. So we are very much happy today to receive them. And we are saying big thanks to Chris, big thanks to the family, and all those who participate. We are saying thank you very much.
What is your story? The voice of the future. What is your story? You gotta let it play. Don't undermine me, don't violate me. Let us make our own choices. Raise the voices without fear, no. Can the violence is taking our motherland? Let the weak and the powerless be heard.